Guys, I had one of the most traumatic experiences ever. I nearly died. I'm not even joking. Like, I was close to death, but we will talk about that a little bit later in the podcast because I need to regulate my emotions before I'm ready.
He says nearly died.
Share.
I say Sarah got the ick.
Yeah, and Sarah got the ick. But anyway, coming up later. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of DadVGirls After Hours. I'm here with my co-host, Sarah Jane Conda.
Woo! Yay!
I was saying that I feel like when we eventually do a set refresh and like design a new set, which I think is the done thing because I see other people at the fellas like they get new sets every now and again.
Oh, yeah, but
I don't know. We've had it a year.
Yeah. What? So revamp? You don't decorate your front room within a year?
I'm not saying we have to do it now. I'm just saying at some point I think it will be on the cards.
What were you changing?
The furniture.
Everything.
I realised that I sit in this chair like I'm in the electric chair. Look how I sit. Like I always feel very like upright and
interrogated.
I hold on to these like arms.
You're like on a roller coaster.
I can't not put my arms there. Like look how you're sat. That doesn't feel comfortable.
No, don't look it. Yeah, it's weird. Will's like, yeah, that's weird.
Well, not just because I'm crossing my legs, but even not putting your arms up there. How do you sit in this chair?
Pretty chill.
It feels odd. It's very weird.
Listen, I'm so chill. I'm just going to do the rest of the video like this.
No, but that's the kind of vibe I want. I want like real comfy. That looks cool though. You should do that. This is
not how I would naturally sit at home. Like
if you're listening, I can't help you. But I was going to say, I think like comfy sofas.
We ain't got the space. We don't have the space. You've seen when we have guests on, we've got two wooden chairs because we don't.
See like a version of this, but much bigger, almost like a one-seater sofa, I feel like.
So where's the guest sitting if we had guests?
On my lap, on your lap, depending who it is.
Em and Ryan, both on yours.
One lap each, one knee. But yeah.
Anyway, Divvy Donut, carry on.
Well, that's all I had to say about that. So yeah.
He doesn't think this is his thing of like, oh, I don't like it. It's not comfy. Let's get bigger. Like guests, we're not going to fit it in. Even these are too big for the set because we couldn't get two nice chairs and we had to have two wooden chairs for our guests.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So guys, this is a real dilemma. How could we possibly solve this? Right. How about on the odd occasion when we have a guest, we bring these chairs back in and the other chairs. We have a guest. What? How many guests have we had on this podcast in a year? We've had like 4 or 5 episodes. So we just bring these in. So the rest of the time we're lounging. The original idea that we had was we was going to be in a bed. Do you remember that?
Mm.
But since then other people have done it. But at the time, no one else had done it. But imagine if we had guests.
I actually should have thought about that. No, but then I could have been in pajamas every time. That would have been so cozy.
Oh. I don't wear PJs in bed. Now it's getting weird. I don't get like how people wear PJs. Like I just don't understand it. Like when I get into bed, I just take my clothes off. Obviously, I leave my box on and I get into bed. The thought of like getting undressed and then getting in new clothes, like different clothes to get into bed.
But I get home, I get pajamas on, and then I spend the evening in pajamas. Then I take them off to get into bed.
Yeah, you don't even sleep in them.
Mm-hmm.
I get wanting to lounge around the house.
If it's cold, I will keep them on.
I kind of like the idea. I'll never do it. I like the idea of coming home, getting into like PJs or whatever, and being like super cozy in the house. But I just don't really get like wearing PJs into bed. Like it's just, I don't know.
And I do on holiday.
What, wear PJs?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I don't know. Just in case you have to like.
What might happen?
I don't know. Well, especially like when we go to like when this airs, we would have been in Florida, so we're sharing a villa
if
with
we're
like
sharing
my
a
mum
villa,
and dad and Em and Ryan, like, you know. So I would.
Also, because we like shoot episodes in advance, especially if we know we've got holiday, people think, why have they come back from holiday and they ain't even mentioned it on the pod? The pod is always a little bit more delayed from like our real life.
I thought you were saying why they're not tanned. Why they come back and they're not tanned?
I need to get some Solskin on. I'm actually going to put Solskin on before I go to Florida because I don't want that first 4 days of just being pale, trying to get tanned and looking like an absolute tourist in my shorts.
Like as well, like when we've gone to Florida, we never actually got a great tan.
No, because we don't really lay out in the sun. That, to be fair, I never get a great tan regardless of where I go. I literally, the only place I got a good tan,
Mexico was the best.
Maldives. I had such a good tan in the Maldives.
Oh, and the Mexico one. Remember, that was so good. We all come back so brown. You were like, that's the brownest that you've ever seen me.
So I flew home separately from you lot. I flew home with Casey so she didn't have to fly home on her own. I remember on the last day literally getting like not even a deck chair, just one of those plastic chairs. No sun cream, literally just like trying to lay back in this thing for like the last hour before getting on the flight, trying to pick up a tan. I don't feel like I had a good tan.
You must have not, but everyone else, the kids, it was the UV index was so high. We had to keep buying so much more sun cream. Don't you remember?
Yeah, they were burning even if they had factor 50 on, which is mad.
And Emma's kids who never burn. Like, it was crazy hot then.
Yeah. Do you know what? I can never be bothered to lay in the sun on holiday. I find it torture. I'll close my eyes and I'll literally think, is it long enough? Have I got a tan? How long do I need to lay here? Like, how much of a tan have I got if I get up now? Like, literally, it's like I can't relax.
No, I can't just lay.
Horrible.
I hate that. I've actually never been able to do that. And I don't know if it's because we've obviously had kids since I was 18, but do you remember there was a holiday we went on and some of my friends came that didn't have kids at the time.
Laid in the sun all day.
They laid in the sun all day. They were so brown. I was so jealous, but I was also like, I just can't do it.
I don't get it. Like, you're literally burning hot. It's like, it's the most uncomfortable thing ever. Yeah. It's horrible. But
I also knew someone that used to put a timer on, and every like 20 to 30 minutes they would turn onto like their side, then their front, like, so that they got an even tan. Like, that is dedication.
Yeah, it just
and then like there's one when you see that they lift their legs up so they get the inside of their legs. I'm like, you are going all out.
I just don't feel like it's a good use of your time on holiday. Like, for me, I'd rather this isn't an ad, I'd rather put Soul Skin on the day before I leave, feel instantly tanned, not even have to worry about trying to lay in the sun, and then just top it up with the gradual moisturizer. And probably by the time I'm 3/4 of the way into holiday, I'm starting to pick up a natural tan anyway.
Although we don't like that, lots of people do like that. Like, they like...
No, I don't understand them. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I mean, I have definitely enjoyed, like, because me and my girlfriends now, we've started like where we go for a weekend away each year, and I have been able to then switch off. Like, I don't focus about tanning, but I am able to switch off now, which is something I didn't used to be able to do. So maybe I'm getting there.
But do you not? I find that I just can't lay in the sun. I'd rather be in the shade. If I'm going to be out by the pool, I'd rather be in the shade. I don't know.
I do like the sun, but I've obviously got Ibiza with the girls this year, and last year.
Why saying obviously, like?
Because I've made it an annual.
I
just said I made it. We've made it an annual thing. So last year.
I need an annual thing.
Last year I booked yoga at sunrise, and they were like laughing at me, like, why are we doing this? I'm like, it's gonna be great. And they are now saying to me, Sarah, what are we doing early morning this time? Because it felt like we had such a long time there because we got up so early. I'm like, right, we're gonna do a hike. I want to get them to do like, don't turn your nose up at my hike.
I do really like getting up early. Like, when we've been to Florida before with your mum and dad, like, I always would get up like 5, 6 in the morning before anyone else. I'd go out, do a bit of fishing on the lake behind us. There is something really nice when you're on holiday getting up super early. But I'm not yoga.
Like to do it.
I wouldn't do yoga. I just want to be by myself.
It's really nice.
That's lovely.
So if you haven't seen, where have you been the last 2 weeks? But we have been in America. We are in America when you see this. But we're going with my mum, my dad, Emma, Ryan and the kids. So we've got a villa in Orlando, and we're going to try and do things that we haven't done before, right? So like Wild Florida, which is like a zoo.
I was going to say, normally when we've been to Orlando, we're like literally back-to-back theme parks. We're like, we have to hit every theme park. Yeah. And this time we're like, no, we're going to do a couple of theme parks. We're going to pick our favourites, and then we're going to do things that we never have time to do because we're in the theme parks.
Even things like we've actually got a couple of really chill day where our favourite is Celebration Town.
I love it.
There's something so lovely about it. There's nothing really there. It's like a little lake you can walk around.
So Celebration is, from my limited knowledge, Walt Disney built it as an actual place where people live. It's not a theme park or anything. And he built it based on like where he grew up as a child, like Midwestern. So all of the houses are like really like traditional, like American. And it just feels like almost like this idyllic American community little town.
Yeah.
It just has a feeling when you get there, and I can't even explain it. I love it. And all we do when we go there,
just walk around. They've got like a kids, like this little water feature where they spray and all the kids run in, and it's just really cute. We once went there when we were moving from Orlando to another part of Florida, and the kids got soaking wet. We'd packed everything up. They ended up having to travel to the next place in their knickers because
it's just that spontaneous,
it
like,
was just so nice. We have the best memories there. We've walked around the big lake and we've seen alligators as we're walking around.
and they've got like, go on.
The best bit, the chocolate apples. Was you going to say that?
Yeah.
Oh, the chocolate apples. I literally cannot wait to get a chocolate apple, like a big apple with chocolate and M&Ms all around it.
I love that you love that, but I don't get it. I don't get the whole chocolate apple thing.
It's so nice. I just love it.
I like going there and just getting like a Starbucks or something. Like it just.
Well, I've seen on TikTok that apparently there's a breakfast place that does really nice French toast and pancakes. So I've put that on our list. So we'll get up and do the morning there, do the walk around.
I just
it's
love.
Really nice to enjoy the time.
I love Florida. I've said this before. Like I grew up in Florida as a kid, so from the age of like 4 months old till I was about 6 or 7, I lived there. So I had a full on American accent. My first 6-7 years of life was just all it was being outdoors, snakes, fishing, alligators, like literally.
Yeah, you literally had an alligator under your trampoline once, your mum said. Looked out the kitchen window, there's an alligator under your trampoline.
We used to catch the alligators and
imagine me living in America. Oh,
honestly, it was the best life. Like when I came home, when I came to England, which for me, home was Florida. When we came back here, I used to ask my mum every day, can we move back to Florida? Like, why are we here? Like, why is it so cold? What is this thing on the wall that is warm? It's a radiator. Why do we need it? Like, where's the air conditioning? Like, I literally could not get my head around why we chose to be here.
And you haven't been that tan since you was that kid.
Yeah, and my hair was like pure white blonde. And literally,
American accent.
For me, when I go to Florida, like, there is just this feeling that I get, which no other place in the world gives me. But do you get that feeling? I know you didn't live there, but like,
no,
you don't get that feeling.
I love being on holiday there, but I don't see it as a place to live. I think it's because we go to Orlando.
I never want to leave.
I
feel like the lifestyle that you would have there, like for kids and stuff, is just unreal. Like you can't compare it to here. I think about my childhood was literally just like in the woods, like on the lake, like literally just like, it was so outdoors, like just unreal. I miss it.
Yeah.
I miss it. Maybe in my next life.
Yeah.
I'll be reincarnated as an alligator in a Florida lake. Beautiful.
I was just like, I'll marry someone that.
But the thing is, I don't know if I've said this before, but I don't understand, right, why my mum and dad would let us, like me and my brother and our friend who lived next door, we were like 6 years old, 6, 7, 8 or whatever, and they would let us just go out on the lake on, you know, the little pedlos. We'd be out on the lake all day. They wouldn't see us from the morning.
They didn't love
We would go out with a packed lunch.
And how does that make you feel?
Let me finish. We would go out with a packed lunch, but we'd also basically in the reeds of the lake, it'd be like a little sandbank and there'd be all these long reeds, and we'd catch like what you call minnows, like these tiny little fish, and we'd build like these little streams in the sand. But like literally an alligator could have just popped out of the water and just grabbed us, like, but it never did.
No. And one day your mum said she woke up and you guys had got chicken nuggets out of the freezer to try and find alligators, right?
We basically got chicken drumsticks out the freezer, and we lured in this little baby alligator.
See, I mean,
and we caught it, but we got in so much trouble because they were like, if the mum, you know, would have eaten you alive and da da.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, what are you letting us out here in the morning for when you're still in bed? But yeah, we used to get in trouble because we'd catch like poisonous snakes.
So you're really selling it to me. Move there with the kids, he says. Best life, he says.
Adventure.
Listen, I want to keep 5 children. I don't want to lose one to an alligator.
But this time when we go Florida, we're going to do the Crystal River, which is like where you can, like, they've got manatees and stuff and you get in the water, but also...
And like clear kayaks.
Is that at Crystal River? Because I was sending it to Grace and I was saying we should do this, and it was like a tour down a river with clear kayaks. Is that the same thing?
I think so.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm really looking forward to that.
There's two places we were trying to work out because I didn't think you need to do both. So we need to work into like which one.
And then we're going to
stay a whole itinerary.
And we're going to stay on Amory Island, which is like a little island that we can stay on. So yeah, we're just going to do like all the things that we never normally do there. So it feels like a new adventure. So yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing for it.
Yeah, like I'm the person that does all the itinerary and everything for like family, our friends. Like,
yeah, you're that guy, bro.
I don't want to be that guy. How do I change it? Who do I need to speak to around here to be like, I don't really want that?
Wait, what's this on screen? Oh my God. What's his name? So we just pulled up on the screen here. There's this guy, is on TikTok, and I literally binge watch his videos. He walks around the swamps at night barefoot, and he literally finds alligators, snakes, everything.
Goodness.
Like,
why?
He lives the life of my dreams. I'm not even joking. I'm going to DM him, see if he wants to do a little collab video when I get there.
Why barefoot? What?
No, I don't get the barefoot thing. That doesn't really do it for me. And what does he call he calls the lizards? He always had a name for the lizards. He's like these little swamp geckos or something. I don't know. Sorry, we digress. But yeah, that's basically the holiday. Obviously we're gonna film content there. So I'm bringing Sarah into the planning stage of the YouTube videos now.
Another thing I have to get fully involved in, because before, like the YouTube stuff, like the ideas and stuff was all you, and then now it's like even that I have to be involved in. But yeah, we are actually going to do a video of.
Wait, we don't know 100% if we're doing this because we haven't decided on all of the videos.
Video idea that we need to go back through, but is saying yes to the girls for 50 hours. Now, the reason we're doing that is
we want to do 24 hours.
We actually have like a couple of days where we could do this. And I'm like, in our life at home, it's very hard to be able to do that because there's always something going on. I'm like, what fun. Like they could literally tell us where they want to go for breakfast, if they want to go to a theme park that day, if they want to go shopping or lunch or like
literally
whatever
anything
they want to do. And I'm actually so excited. Like I'm well on board.
Oh, and if you're really up for it, then I definitely would rather do that.
But I'm really on board because we can do it. Like,
because I think the thing is as well is that Sarah's saying before, like obviously, I'm normally as well like more in charge of like the video ideas. So if it's like fun, it's normally like on me. But because this is like Sarah's thing that she wants to, she gets to be the fun parent. She gets to be like, because I'm always the one who's so laid back and just like I just say yes to the kids for anything. So this is Sarah's chance. To just be that like easygoing, fun parent, the kids can literally do whatever they want.
Day to day at home, like I am. I'm the one that's stressed. I'm the one that keeps the routine and blah blah blah. Boring.
And the rules.
Well, I feel like when I am on holiday, I am a better person.
You are super fun.
No, not even super fun.
You're a good person, always.
No, but as in like but I'm a better person as in there's no routine. I haven't got to worry about the washing or what time they go to bed or if they've got school in the next morning. Like holiday for me, I just feel like even like Maddie every morning even Maddie every night, like when I put her to bed, she's counting down the sleeps. Like I can't wait to be on holiday with my family. She knows it's like it's a different feeling.
That is just like the best thing ever.
Phones are down. Like I don't even care about my phone. Like, I'm not a very good person at taking photos or like I like to be in the moment with the kids. Like so I genuinely cannot wait. And I feel like we don't have to.
I mean,
I can literally stick to it and do it.
What about if the kids just start making some crazy requests?
And then we'll just do it. But unless it starts swimming alligator barefoot. But also the other idea, that we had was to do like go to like Walmart or Target or something and do whatever fits in your basket. But with a twist, I want to take my mum and dad and tell them that they're coming for childcare. But in fact, like it's them that has to fill their basket. My dad like loves Walmart and Target. Like
he has an obsession.
My dad isn't like doesn't really like theme parks. So he's like, if you go to theme park, I might stay back one day. I'm not sure I'll come. I'll just take a walk around Walmart and Target. Like that for him.
That's the highlight of his holiday.
And I know they won't want to do it. So we want to like set a bit of a challenge of like, if you don't fill your basket, then the kids don't get what's in theirs. Now they can't not let the kids.
Yeah.
But it's to make my mum and dad buy stuff because They would
Your
love
dad
it.
loves all the little knickknacks. Like,
Oh,
I remember as well, like, because we went and bought, when we were staying on the lake, we went and bought all these torches because we wanted to go out and see alligators at night. And your dad loves all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I love how much your dad loves Walmart. And he also, the other thing he loves driving American cars. He loves the roads over there. Like, everyone has like a different thing that they enjoy and they get from it. And sometimes it's the simple things. Like for us, it's going to Celebration. For your dad, it's Walmart. It's the driving the cars. He just loves it.
And he's really struggling actually he's got a fear of flying. And for some reason, because we've flown to America before, but this trip seems to be really difficult for him. He's really finding it hard. And he keeps saying to us, doesn't he? Like he's nervous and he's scared.
Yeah. I mean, just to recap, we have mentioned it before, but your dad's got fear of flying, but also like claustrophobic, like can't go in lifts and stuff like that. He has done incredibly well. I'm so proud of your dad.
He never wants to miss out, like with the kids and the grandkids. Like, so that's why he pushes.
He doesn't want it to hold him back in life, and I think for so long it did. And then eventually he went on a fear of flying course. It did help him. It hasn't like eradicated it, but it helped him get on a plane. And then slowly over the years, like first of all, he'd done like Greece. Then it would be like we'd go to Spain. It's very short flights, and then eventually it was like he just didn't want to miss out on the Florida holidays. So it takes every ounce of his willpower and just mental capacity to basically get over it and go. But for some reason this time he is really stressing about it, and I really feel for him. He's even saying that there's a chance that he won't get on the plane and go. I think he will, but I really hope it doesn't then ruin his holiday.
And I've said this before, but I think when people have a fear and they tell you, you only get like a glimpse into a bit of it. I don't think they really tell you. So like when my dad said how bad it is, like in his head, it's bad. So yeah, I feel for him.
It's really hard to put yourself in someone's shoes as well. Because for me, I'm not scared of flying or whatever. But it's like, then you try and think, what is the thing that scares me where literally like my stomach goes, I'm sweating, I want to be sick, and I just want out of that situation. Well, nothing for me because I'm a superhero, but I'm sure other people can relate.
And it didn't help. When he told us he was scared, I was so flippant. I went, don't worry, Dad, we're all together. So if we all die, we die together.
And she said it in all seriousness.
Because my sister's there,
like,
I'm
why,
there. Like,
why
I thought it's like, like when my brother's passed away and it's like, I'm like, but at least we're all going together. He's like, Joel's like, Sarah.
I'm like, that isn't helping him because the thing is,
he's like, I'm actually not scared of dying. It's the
trapped in thing. And I think he always feels like he has to try and keep himself rational and logical. And I think he has this fear that
he
could just lose control. And if he lost control, like what would happen, So yeah, bless him. But
so you might have to take one for Tim. Just if he starts getting out of control, punch him, knock him out. We'll put him in the seat.
No, I don't really want to be that person because I feel like your dad would beat the shit out of me.
He would. We told, didn't know, when you first ever met my dad.
Your dad's like a fourth Dan in like kickboxing, or I don't know if I've said that right. Like he's like a martial arts freaking ninja. You're like, oh yeah, just fucking punch him and knock him out. Your dad loses control. I'm getting out of the way. I'm looking myself in the toilet. Nah.
And I keep saying to him, don't worry, Dad. I know what really help you. Sit with the kids. He's like, what? No, I'm being deadly serious. They make you forget you're on a plane because you've got to help with the Play-Doh, the colouring, the TV. Pause him, play.
And I'm there like, okay, so 1 minute she's like, don't worry, if we go down, we go down together. And then the next thing she's like, yeah, just look after the kids. So you're taking advantage of the fact that he's...
I was actually being deadly serious.
You know what? Can you imagine? Can I just say how ridiculous that sounds to me? Because I'm like, right, let me put you in a scenario where you're petrified, right? Spider. There's a spider crawling up your leg. Just deal with the kids. That will take your mind off it.
That's my life.
No, because the kids will stress you out. You're already stressed. He'll lose his mind like
quicker.
I think I should sit with your dad. Me and your dad should just sit together. I think me and him.
Hang on. Who is sitting with who on the plane?
You put that finger down. No. Guys, she's got a finger in my
always
face.
gets the easy kids.
No, I don't.
You get Chloe.
Joking? I'll get Casey and Grace. They're not easy, Jake.
You always get the easy kids.
No, they're all easy now. To be fair,
No,
Sophie's the only one who's hard, but she's going to want to sit with you, and you're much better at like regulating her. And I'm good at regulating your dad. So I think I'll be on granddad duty.
No.
Your mum can sit with Chloe and Mads. You sit with Sophie. Well, this sounds like a brilliant plan.
No, it's not.
Who needs the most care on the plane? Sophie and granddad. So
my mum can care. My mum can care for my dad.
No, I don't want to put that on your mum. That's not fair. I think
you can't give her my 2 kids.
I think me and you take the most difficult ones. I'll take granddad. You take Sophie.
No.
I'll be asleep. He'll be losing it. He'll be like trying to wake me up, and I'll just be like snoring.
My honey, we need to talk. I feel like it's a good time now.
God, I feel like I've dodged these for a little while.
So, like, we obviously all know that I do the packing for all the kids and me, and think of everything. I've been on at Joel to pack his suitcase, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm basically done. Just got a few things to order." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Then I was like, "Right, should we just go into the shops together? I'll help you get all the bits you need." No, I'll order it. He then wakes me up this morning, my eye mask, and he's like, "Babe, I didn't order my stuff. I need to go into Kingston." I'm like, "We don't have the time today. We've got the podcast. We've got meetings. The girls have got haircuts. Like, when do you think?" And he's like, "Oh, I didn't really think that through, did I?" I'm like, "No." So you're going to have to squeeze it in literally tomorrow morning.
What's that got? Sorry, in all politeness, what's that got to do with you, bruv? Because that's my problem.
Because when we get there and you don't have clothes and you don't have boxers, so then
it's not your problem.
We've got a plan to go out and you've got to go to
the
be
shop fair,
pants and...
To be fair, like I'm so easy. I wear these t-shirts from Uniqlo. I'm just gonna go and stock up on. Like I'm just gonna get one for every single day that I'm there. Bosh, done. I've already got the shorts. I just need to buy some boxers. I'm ready to go. I'm so low maintenance. It's so easy.
But then he moaned at me that I've made him share a suitcase with Sophie.
Yeah, everyone gets their own suitcase because these guys want to pack like 500 pairs of shoes there. And she's like, "By the way, you're sharing a suitcase with Sophie." So me and Sophie...
No, listen, he was having a go at me for making him share, but Sophie only needs half a suitcase, and every time you've packed, you've only ever needed half a suitcase. You've never ever needed, like you just said, low maintenance, t-shirt every day, shorts, pants, that's it, you're done, right? So it's actually not a big deal.
No, it's not. I just
and
like
also,
making it a big deal.
My suitcase, because it's a different kind of, it's not like where you need to dress up for the evenings and stuff like that. I've packed really light, so I actually have half a suitcase left so we can put any extras or toiletries or whatever in my half, but yeah.
Yeah, you talking about packing is probably the similar experience as when I talk about ADHD. Just kind of zone out. It's like, yeah, you got it sorted. You're very good at it. You're really, really good at it. I'm
really not. But my tip is to write a list on your phone for packing, and you can do the tick things on notes, which my friend didn't even realize you could do. So there's like circles, so you can tick it. So once I've packed it, and then what I do is I keep that on my phone. So every time we've gone on holiday, if I'm on holiday and I've forgotten something, I'm like, "Oh crap, I forgot." I add it to my list, so next time I never forget it.
It's a master blueprint checklist. So
then
you never start again.
It when I'm on the airplane because it's done.
Yep.
So the next holiday it's ready. I don't have to then, because my friend was once saying like she writes lists and then doesn't know how to tick it. I was like, tick it and then keep it on there. She's like, "Oh my God." So
that is actually productive. A good tip. Do you know what? It's funny because for the first time ever, I feel like the roles were reversed. The other day you were like overwhelmed with the packing and you couldn't figure out how to manage your list and your system, and that's normally me being like, "I'm so overwhelmed with my list and my this and that," and you're like, "Let's just break it down into steps."
Because
I actually helped you because my advice was good. Yeah, go on, what were you going to say?
Because annoyingly what I'd done is that I've basically had packed for everyone, put it in the suitcase, but I needed to kind of go back through it all and make sure on the tick list it was there, because when you add things in as and when. And then I was overwhelmed. I was like, "I've got all 3. Do I just do one? Do I do all 3? Like, because on my tick list, it's the girls. It'd be like their socks, knickers and stuff. Like,
And I don't remember what the advice I gave you was, but it was good.
Well, you was just like, it's a tick. So do one, tick it.
Then untick it all and then go again. Yeah, perfect.
I mean, I didn't do that, but.
All right. So I feel like I'm ready to talk about my trauma. Okay. I nearly died.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I felt like I was nearly died. So this is probably one of the most traumatic things that's ever happened to me, okay? So I wake up, and I'm sorry, this, it's a bit gross. I wake up 4 or 5 in the morning. I've got a really bad stomach ache, and I'm like, oh my God, I need to go, like, toilet ASAP. So I go to the toilet, and obviously I have a bad belly. Use your imagination, right? And it's quite dramatic. And then all of a sudden, my whole body just feels like it's shutting down. I'm like, I need to vomit, but I also doing the other end as well. And all of a sudden, I'm like, I can't even keep my head up. Like, I feel like something really bad has happened to me. I start calling Sarah. I'm like, Sarah, come in here. I had to call you quite a few times.
Remember that, Val? For better, for worse.
I had to call her a few times before she came.
I was in my eye mask. Like, what's going on? Like 5 a.m, bruv.
She comes in.
You can see both, like, it's getting to the point where you keep waking me up. You can see the story, the pattern, right? Like, I'm dozing. I'm asleep.
I'm like, you're like, what's wrong? I'm like, I don't know. Like, at this point, I'm finding it hard to talk. I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Something's very wrong. But the pain in my stomach was unbearable. Like, it felt like my stomach was on fire. My whole body, there was like, I can't explain it. It was pain all over my body, but I couldn't pinpoint the pain. It just felt like my whole body hurt 10 out of 10 pain. So, go on, what were you going to say?
He then gets into fetus position on the floor.
Well,
making
first of all,
noise.
First of all, right?
Woke the kids up.
Guys, I can't even explain to you what a bad way I was in. I'm sitting on the toilet before that, and I'm like, I need to be sick again. And I'm like, Sarah, grab me a towel. Grab me a towel. Like, I can't even lift my head up, right? She's like, can't you just be sick?
That was afterwards.
Oh.
He was on the floor first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this was really dependent on the...
No, it weren't, but okay.
Should we just roll with it, how it's going?
Yeah.
So she's like, the bath's next to the toilet.
The bath is literally there, like, right, no joke. The bath is literally, you just got to put your head like a little... He literally is like, just get me a towel. I'm thinking, my nice fluffy towels. Pass him a towel. He's just vomiting all over the towel. I'm like, that's in the bin now.
Guys,
literally.
I don't know if I could really get across to you. Like, I felt...
You could have just leant your head on the
bath. I couldn't even move my head. I was barely even able to keep myself on the toilet.
So if you put it on the bath, you ain't got to do anything. But just let there. And he goes, bleh. Like, I even tested it. Once he was all better, I sat on the toilet and just put my head. I'm like, yeah, he could have done that.
You don't know how I felt. So anyway... I then basically end up on the floor, butt naked, yeah?
Fetus position.
And I'm just, the noise is coming out of me because I'm in so much pain. Like, I'm literally like, oh, like this, right? I just can't stop making that noise. And Sarah's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I can't hardly even talk. I'm like, I just feels like my body's just shutting down. And I'm thinking, I'm dying.
He then did develop this rash all over his body. Like,
I started sweating.
You became
I was like
you had this full on like rash all over you.
I couldn't get up. I could hardly even talk, right? So Sarah's like, do you want me to call an ambulance? I'm like, yes, like this, right? So she calls an ambulance. I can hear her on the phone to the person. And this person, obviously they do like a questionnaire. Like, they're like, oh, is this,
does he have a temperature? Is he breathing? Is the sick this colour? Is the
blah blah blah. There's just all these things that they obviously do to try and
saying yes, no, whatever to the right answers.
So obviously they're trying to verify like how serious this is, but you didn't answer yes to anything that kind of flagged that it was really serious because we didn't know what was wrong. So she's basically like, I'm not sending an ambulance. I can hear this going on loudspeaker in the background. In my mind, I was like, I'm finished. I'm dying. I'm not even joking. Like, I'm done. I hear her say, they're not sending an ambulance. And I was like, this is my only lifeline. I start shouting while Sarah's on the phone, I'm fucking dying, to the lady on the phone to make her try and send an ambulance for me. I'm thinking, Sarah's like,
this is all before 5:15 in the morning, by the way.
Like, okay, all right, we're not going to send an ambulance. Okay.
They're like, would you like us to get somebody from the ambulance crew to give you a call? I'm like, yes, please. So I'm like to Joel, like, right, they're going to get someone to call me. And then he's like, no, really, I'm dying. I feel like something inside my stomach is going to burst or like
I thought one of my organs are shut down.
My organs are shutting down. So I'm like, okay, what do you want me to do? You're like, no, Sarah, I honestly think I'm dying. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, do you want me to ring my dad? Yes, because at this point I couldn't get him up. So I'm like, if he needs to go to hospital and an ambulance won't come, like I can't get him in the car. I'm also trying to deal with all the kids because they've woken up. So I'm trying to like make sure they're okay. So ring my dad, and I'm like, Dad, like, do you mind getting here? Like Joel thinks he's dying. So he wakes my mum up. They come rushing round.
They're literally there within minutes.
They're then there, like come up. By this point, I've managed to get Joel some pants on. And he went back on the toilet, and I'm like, if you could just sort yourself out, we'll get your pants on, and then get you into the bed. The noise is
humiliating.
The noises
so
continue.
Degrading. So basically, just to try and get across the point to you guys, because I can't even explain to you how bad I felt. I felt like someone had injected.
I'm joking, but you did look bad.
felt like the only way I could explain this is like it felt as if someone had injected me with a poison that kills you in the most painful way all over your whole body, right? That's how it felt. So when I realized that they're not sending an ambulance, I was like, I can't get into the car. So if I'm dying, I'm going to die here on the bathroom floor. And to put this in context, right? If you guys watched a previous episode where I explained the story about how I got kidnapped, right? When I got kidnapped, they pulled out a gun. They put that gun in my mouth and threatened to shoot, like blow my head off, right? I felt closer to death on that bathroom floor than I did in that scenario. Like, that's how close I felt to death, right? So anyway, your dad turns up. He's like basically on the phone to the ambulance, like, you need to get an ambulance here from now. So they say they're going to send an ambulance. By this point, I've been laying on the floor.
It now was getting close to like 6 o'clock. It'd been about an hour now.
I've been laying down for about an hour. All of a sudden, everything started easing. The pain started easing. I started feeling normal again. As quickly as it came on, it went. I was like, cancel the ambulance. I think I'm fine. And everyone's like, what the hell? And I'm like, I can't even explain it. Like, I literally, it's all easing off.
An hour later, he's in bed. Tea, toast, Haribo's.
I'm just getting all of the care and
attention.
attention.
I'm just trying to have a little doze on the sofa because I've been up since 5.
Me and you both.
And he's like, can you get me the paracetamol? Can you get me? I'm like, oh God, the Gaviscon.
So anyway, I ended up speaking to 2 different doctors, and they both said exactly the same thing, which also, just to go back, when I was on the bathroom floor dying, I thought, in a way, I kind of, if I survive this, I would never live this down. So in a way, I kind of just need to, this needs to be the end.
Joe was laying in the bed and
this needs to be the end of me.
Joe was laying in the bed and our ensuite's there. Once he's better, I opened the door. I went, oh, flashbacks. Oh, he was like, fuck off.
I don't know how she'd ever look at me again.
For better, for worse.
Casey saved Casey saved me my dignity. She never came in and looked at me, but she stood outside and she was praying, bless her. She could hear the noises coming from me.
And then afterwards, she gave me a really big hug. She was like, are you okay?
She didn't give me a big hug.
She was like,
what about me?
You handled that really well. I was like, I just knew you weren't going to die. Like, I just knew. Like, I wasn't worried. I was worried that you did seem really ill. And I was like, what is wrong? But I didn't feel like you were dying, even though you were saying, I'm fucking dying. I didn't feel like you was dying.
I'm never going to live that down.
But I know what it feels like.
But anyway, long story short, basically what these doctors said to me is you've got this thing called a vagus nerve. It's the same when you trigger it. It's the same thing when people see blood and they pass out. So when your vagus nerve is triggered, your blood pressure drops dramatically, and that's why you normally pass out. Well, I didn't pass out. And your heart rate goes up. Well, that's why I felt so awful, because my blood pressure was literally on the floor. But because I didn't pass out, I just went through all this agony. It would have been better if I just passed out. So anyway, it basically was just like I had a bad belly. That triggered my vagus nerve somehow, because it was like whatever. And then there was actually nothing wrong with me.
Either the next night or the night after, he was asleep going, Vegas.
She thought I was dreaming about a holiday. I was like,
I think it's about the Vegas. About time my Vegas.
You dream about going to Vegas? I was like, no, about my vagus nerve.
And you're going, huh? Yeah. And you're like, yeah, probably her that didn't let me have the ambulance. But Joel is dying, or he thinks he's dying. He only has one regret. I'm like,
wait,
his life flashed before his eyes, and he had one regret. What was that regret?
I was on the bathroom floor thinking, this is it. I'm minutes away from death. And this just shows how much I love you guys and how I'm selfless. All I thought about was I was 2 weeks away from upping my life insurance. How annoying. I literally was
well,
like,
Casey,
I'm literally like, in 2 weeks' time, my life insurance goes up. That would have been so handy for them.
so while Casey's praying for his life, I'm praying for 2 weeks.
Just give him 2 weeks, Lord. But yeah, anyway, don't you think that's quite nice though? That I thought of you guys, not of me. Like, oh, I'm not going to be. I'm like, oh, if I'm not going to be, I'd like to have left them with a bit more money.
Oh, God.
Selfless. But anyway, yeah, that's a dramatic story. I don't know why I shared it with you guys, but you got to laugh or you'll cry.
No, it's all good.
But yeah, anyway, let's just change the subject.
Oh,
Let's
you
all
don't want to
forget.
remember.
It never happened, guys. Like, let's just forget it, okay?
Oh, I can tell you how you can picture it. In the beginning of Mr. Bean when he falls on the floor like, and he's in that. Imagine that naked.
When he comes out of the UFO. No, but do you know what I thought about? Even better than that. Do you know the scene from Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, when he comes out the rhino's arsehole? And the robot rhino's arsehole, and it gives birth to him, and he's on the floor all naked.
Yes.
That's me. That was me.
No, that's you. Okay, you win. Yeah, that one.
Literally, that is me.
Oh, anyway.
Let's change the subject.
Moving on.
I love the fact that you got the daily Daewoo hoodie on. I love those hoodies.
Yeah, it's so nice. Such a nice colour.
I was going to say as well, we've got a new collection coming out. It is a limited edition drop. And I am buzzing for it. If you watched our other video, what was the video that we filmed? Only eating leftover food for 24 hours. Yeah. That was fun. That was a really fun video. Yeah, so there was a sneak peek of the collection in there. It's really annoying that we didn't have it in time to be able to take on holiday. Yeah. The girls really wanted to take it with them.
We're making some changes, so.
The reason that I also wanted to bring it up is because in that video, I was saying that obviously people who watch our content, like our YouTube videos, our podcast, like they're like our OG supporters. Yeah. And obviously with Daewoo, like it's grown into a brand that people shop it and they don't know who we are. They don't watch these videos. But with this collection, because I know from the response already, like it's going to be super popular. I just wanted to give everyone who watches the podcast, watches the main channel, early access.
Yeah.
So that at least I feel like it's fair that they get a chance to get in there, get what they want before it goes out to the public. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave a link in the description below. You basically click it. You should be able to sign up your email address and then you'll get an email on launch day that comes out earlier.
Because like you said, it's an exclusive drop. The website will be closed for this one. It's going to be a sellout. So get in there quick.
Yeah. And I just feel like it's fair. It feels more fair, like letting you guys who literally watch what we do in on it first. So yeah, so sign up to that if you want it, then cool. But yeah, I'm really excited about it.
And always tag us in your pictures if you do post, because we love that.
Yes.
Because also what we keep forgetting is, not forgetting, but like to mention is like the reason Daewoo is like the awareness that this would be a memory. And I'm like, every time you wear the outfit and you get a memory, like tag us in that memory. That's what I just...
100%.
So
I feel like obviously I go through like waves of like different things. We have so much things going on: the podcast, the main channel, the studio channel, the Daewoo
studio channel. We forgot to say we've hired somebody.
Oh wait,
we'll be back.
Hold that thought.
We will be back.
Right now, I feel so like pumped about everything that we're doing. Literally, like I'm obsessed with the YouTube stuff again. I'm like so like. The excitement I have for Daewoo and the vision, like we've basically got like a new vision for Daewoo that we want to see roll out.
It's a different podcast, but yeah, I have noticed because you're buzzing, but you're also becoming so obsessed that it's literally taking over. So I'm hoping that on this holiday you will take a little step back. I don't know if you've noticed that. I'm just letting you do your thing.
Yeah.
But I hope that switches off on holiday because it has become a little bit obsessive. I'm letting you just do your thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. A little extra honey we need to talk.
We'll write that down. Did he switch off on holidays? What I would like to know.
No, do you know what? I am 100% going to switch off. I feel like I'm just really enjoying it. I feel so passionate
leave your laptop at home
about it. What? I'm saying how passionate I feel.
You're going to leave your...
How about you just tone it down? How about be less passionate? Less, just, yeah.
We have a team of very good people now that you can dump your ideas before we go. Pick it back up when we come home.
Babes, of course I'm gonna. like you say that as if when but you say that as if when I go away, I
did say it's a whole new conversation. You do, but it's also when you're a bit obsessed, like you are now. It's hard for you, I think, to switch off because you're in that zone. So that's what I'm saying. I hope you do get to switch off.
Well, that's burst my bubble, isn't it?
No,
that's proper burst my bubble. I was like literally like, yeah, but all right, even outside of my obsession, I feel like us and the team
Yeah, no,
and
it's
everyone,
good.
like we have like this new vision for DadVGirls, and I feel like, yeah, I feel like I'm just getting excited about everything again.
No, everything is touch wood, doing really well. And like I said, the studio videos, because everyone keeps saying, when are they back? They are back very soon because
we've hired a new producer. She hasn't, as we're recording this, she hasn't started, but when you're watching this, she would have started. She's great.
Yeah.
Like, she's lovely, isn't she? Seems like such a good fit for what we want to do, and I think she's going to bring a lot of energy into what we do.
Yeah. So it's very exciting. So they will be back, and
yeah, we haven't got a date when we're launching the studio videos yet, because she needs to come and get her feet.
Yeah.
What is it? Feet under the table? No, I don't know what the saying is, but yeah, she basically
needs to get in and just get shit done. Like,
yeah. Let's go. Let's go. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm also really excited about the main channel as well. I feel like I've got loads of.
And I say that about your obsession. That wasn't actually a negative of like.
Sounded like it. Just
no
leave me a comment, guys. Below.
No, what I'm saying is, if it was a negative, I would have moaned at you before now. Agreed. You've been very obsessive. You've just said you work till 2 a.m. You're up, like, it's all you're thinking about. I'm just saying that I don't want it to become something, because you do then become obsessive that is then unhealthy, rather than it, like you said, as a team, we're all excited, but you're a little bit OTT could be. So I'm just telling you.
Yeah, so just rein it in a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like the thing is, in life, it's, what is the word? It's ebbs and flows. No,
I don't know.
It's like waves, right? So I'll go through a period of time in my work life where I'm finding it hard to engage and get excited. So anyway, before Sarah pisses on my parade anymore, let's go over to a dilemma. My wife always shuts me down when I'm excited about things.
My husband always gets obsessive.
I'm obsessed with you.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am. I'm so obsessed with you.
No. Don't be, it's weird. Anyway, carry on.
Go on, you read it. You're better at reading them.
Oh, okay. Recently, me and one of my best friends have gotten into an argument, which in my opinion has been blown out of proportion. We got in a small argument which resulted in me saying, "This is going on too far now. You're being childish. We are both adults." Which she reacted by saying I'm speaking to her in a degrading way, and she cannot believe I would ever speak to her in such a disgusting manner. I was shocked by this, and this was a very small bicker, and in ways a childish way to go about things. I really don't think being called childish deserves such a blow-up reaction, but she thinks very differently. We haven't spoken in 2 weeks now, and I've tried to apologise for making her feel upset, and she still keeps going back and not understanding my reasons. For context, we are both 20, and I feel this whole thing is like secondary school drama. I'd love to know your guys' opinions on this. Easy.
Ooh, tricky.
Just say you're sorry. Don't try and explain why you said what you said. Just be like, I am sorry. She hasn't understood your reasons. She's not going to. If like, it sounds really easy of just like, she probably would, like one of those, I'm sorry, but, or like, I'm sorry, this is it. Like
when people try and say sorry, but then they also try and explain why they potentially were justified in their actions. Yeah. And it doesn't feel like a sorry. So I agree with Sarah. Even if you think you were justified in your actions, and even if you think whatever, like, it's not worth losing a friendship over. Sometimes we just need to suck it up, put our ego and our pride to the side, and be like, even though I feel like I am right in this situation, I will grovel, I will apologize, I will not make excuses. I will say, I'm really sorry. I should never have called you childish. It was degrading. People just want to know like their feelings are validated. So if me and Sarah have had an argument and I've said something to her, she, first of all, when I'm apologizing, wants to know that I understand why she's upset, not just a sorry. It's like, do you understand why I'm upset? Do you understand why this has annoyed me? Yeah. You want to have your feelings validated.
Yeah, of course. I know, like, not to compare you to children, but I'm having this same thing with Chloe. I'm trying to get her to understand, like, with Maddie, I'm like, so today before I left, they'd pulled all the sofas out and there was one bean bag and she'd put it behind the sofa with the cushions. She made an amazing fort and then Maddie had nothing. So Maddie's upset. So I'm saying, help her make one. Go and get the other beanbag from upstairs. Like, think about her feelings before yourself. As a little sister, she's going to be jealous of that, right? Either bring her in on it or help her make her own one. Don't just think, this is mine because I've made it. Think about her first. And that's what we always taught our girls, is like, think of the other person's opinion. Think about the other people's feelings first. No, you can't ever get them to think about your feelings first, but you just hope people are being brought up to be like that. Do you know what I mean?
There's a quote which I really love, but I think I always butcher it, which is, seek first to understand, then to be understood. And I think as humans, we naturally always want people to understand where we're coming from before we try and understand where the other person's coming from. So I think ultimately, like, it is quite an easy fix. If your friend doesn't at that point accept your apology and it's a genuine, sincere apology,
they'll be like, you're childish.
Then that is like, you know, I don't know what to say, because then they really are. And even like, they probably have been childish, but sometimes you just don't want to hear you've been childish.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway,
all
that
we
is
have
all we have time for.
So guys, make sure you subscribe and you click that like button.
It's the way you say
I
it.
don't know
There's
if
no
I'm saying it
conviction.
right.
It's like, no one's going to do it. It's like, yeah, if you want to. Guys, please subscribe to the channel. We want to get to 200,000 subscribers. We also want to get to 1 million, so we get a gold plaque. But yeah, you guys can help us do that. You can subscribe. We appreciate you watching and listening every single week. And always drop us comments, because we love reading them. So yeah.
Thanks, guys.
See you next Tuesday.